hard to recite in Russian language? Not. Is there or not?
Поклоняюсь ариям и трем драгоценностям. Так я слышал однажды. Бхагаван пребывал в Раджагрихе на горе Коршуна с великой общиной монахов и великой общиной Бодхисаттв. В то время Бхагаван погрузился в сосредоточение и следующий перечень дхарм, именуемая видимость глубины. И в то же самое время Бодхисаттва Махасаттва Ария Валкитешвара, рассматривая практику глубины пражни парамиты, узрел, что даже 5 скам пусты от самобытия. Тогда достопочтенный Шарипутра, побуждаемый силой Будды, обратился к Бодхисаттве Махасаттве Ария Валкитешваре с таким вопросом: если какой-нибудь сын благородной семьи или дочь благородной семьи хотят приступить к пражне, глубинной пражне парамиты, как им следует выполнять ее? На это Бодхисаттва Махасаттва Ария Валкитешвара так ответил достопочтенному Шарипутре: Шарипутра, все благородные сыновья или благородные дочери, что желают приступить к практике глубинной пражни парамиты, должны ясно и безупречно видеть даже 5 скам пустыми от самобытия. Форма есть пустота, пустота есть форма. Нет пустоты помимо формы, и нет формы помимо пустоты. Также пустые ощущения, развлечения, формирующие факторы и сознание. Так Шарипутра и все дхармы суть пустота, не имеют отличительных признаков, не появляются, не исчезают, не загрязнены и не чисты, не ущербны и несовершенны. Поэтому, Шарипутра, в пустоте нет формы, нет ощущений, нет развлечений, нет формирующих факторов и нет сознания, нет глаза, нет уха, нет носа, нет языка, нет тела, нет ума, нет формы, нет звука, нет запаха, нет вкуса, нет осязаемого, нет дхарм, нет сознания от зрительного до умственного, нет неведения, нет прекращения неведения и далее, вплоть до того, что нет старости и смерти, и нет прекращения старости и смерти. Также нет страдания, источника, пресечения, пути, нет мудрости, нет достижения и нет даже недостижения. Поэтому, Шарипутра, поскольку у Бодхисаттв нет достижения, они опираются на пражни парамиту и пребывают в ней. Поскольку в их сознании нет препятствий, нет и страха, полностью отойдя от превратного, они тем самым достигнут нирваны. Также и все Будды, пребывающие в 3 временах, достигли полного, несравненного, наивысшего пробуждения, опираясь на глубинную пражня парамиту, а потому знай, что мантра пражня парамиты, мантра великого знания, несравненная мантра, мантра равная непревзойденному, мантра, полностью успокаивающая все страдания, истинна, ибо она безобманна. Мантра пражня парамиты гласит: Тавьята Ом Гаты Гаты Парагаты Парасангаты Готи Сваха. Шарипутра, так Бодхисаттвы и Махасаттвы должны изучать пражня парамиту. Затем Бхагаван, выйдя из самадхи, похвалил Ария Валкитешвару Бодхисаттву Махасаттву: превосходно, превосходно, о сын благородной семьи, так и есть, так и должно быть. Именно так, как показано тобой, и следует практиковать глубинную пражню парамиту, ибо тогда возрадуются даже Тадхагаты. Когда Бхагаван изрек эти слова, Возрадовались достопочтенный Шрипутра и Бодхисаттва Махасаттва Авалокитешвара и все собравшиеся вместе с богами, людьми, асурами и гандхарвами, и все восславили слова Бхагавана. На этом заканчивается Махаянская сутра, называемая Бхагавати Пражня Парамита Хридай.
Kala cebenne citamanın ucuzurun etücün doğabıla bayımın. Edeganda dola tatanda. Aha samarız şöyle. Samarız. Aga samarada şöyle zamanı papa konjoksun diye gayet embeci. Doğabadı şivadı soha. Kere tonda gece şivadam dönevekine. Tomorrow was looking at it and then God before Buddha mentality. Today, yesterday I wanted to start, but that didn't happen. So many people know Mixema, so when we used that for the request. To the realization of the path to English, to be able to understand Dharma and to able to reflect and meditate the actual path of that, to achieve enlightenment for something. Can you read in the Russia the foundation good quality? Yeah.
Основа всех достоинств – да приищет совершенный чистый гуру, а правильная опора на него – корень пути. Осознав это и прилагая великие усилия, прошу благословить меня, верить в себя с величайшим почтением, познав, что драгоценная свобода этой жизни обретается лишь однажды, обладает великой значимостью, и ее трудно найти вновь. Прошу благословить меня, породить жизнь, которая непрерывно, денно и ночью наполняет ее смыслом. Эта жизнь непостоянна, как пузырь на воде. Как быстро она разрушается и приходит смерть. После смерти, словно тень, следующая за телом, меня будут сопровождать плоды черной и белой кармы. С твердой и непреложной уверенностью в этом. Прошу благословить меня на то, чтобы всегда быть осторожным, избегая даже мельчайших проступков и творя все добродетели. Поиски мирских удовольствий ведут к всевозможным страданиям. Они не приносят удовлетворения и ненадежны. Осознавая их ущербность, прошу благословить меня и породить сильное желание обрести блаженство освобождения. Если руководит мной этот чистый помысл, родятся внимательность, бдительность и великая осторожность. Поле учений, соблюдение обетов практиков. Прошу благословить меня на совершение этой сущностной практики. Так же, как сам я тону в океане сансары, вместе со мной в нем тонут и все скитальцы, мои добрые матери. Прошу благословить меня, увидев это, развить высшую бодхичитту и возложить на себя ношу освобождения скитальцев. Одно из развития бодхичитты без практики и нравственности не приведет меня к просветлению. Ясно осознав это, прошу благословить меня хранить обеты бодхисаттвы, как зеницу ока. После умиротворения отвлечения ложной объекты и правильного анализа смысла реальности, прошу благословить меня быстро породить в потоке ума союз шамахи и випаши, став чистым сосудом благодаря освоению общего пути. Прошу благословить меня войти в святые врата счастливости, высшую баджану колесницу, при этом основа достижения двух свершений — это соблюдение в чистоте обетов и самадхи. Так как я полностью в этом убедился, прошу благословить меня хранить эти обеты даже ценой жизни. Затем, познав сердце Ваджраяны и практикуя святину сердца, никогда не забывая о четырех сессиях, прошу благословения осуществить учение святого гуру. Подобно этому, пусть и гуру, указывающих неблагородный путь, и у следующих ему духовных друзей будет долгая жизнь. Прошу благословить меня полностью умиротворить все внешние и внутренние препятствия во всех своих жизнях, да не расстанусь с безупречными гуру и буду наслаждаться великолепной дхармой, доведя до совершенства добродетели на уровнях и путях, да достигну я быстро состояния ваджрадхары.
Sanje Jodam Sote Chana Sanje Jodam Sanje individual no new to the but no English Kanda yang that no the so just and in the chat can tension to what the government with him. Chibam with them, woman with drama to the tonight to Jimmy. Trovani Gishi Demas and Tambatala chat. So, if there's some question which I know, then I try to answer. If I don't know, then I sleep. The first day, the bed was very comfortable. On the sleep, the first day, the bed is long. Very, very much wanted to sleep. Was like that. I felt like that.
Вопрос. Скажите, пожалуйста, будет посвящение Будде медицины, и говорилось, что для него нужно, чтобы у людей были посвящения бодхисаттв. И вопрос такой, а вот там среди посвящения обеты бодхисаттв, извините, и там есть, допустим, обет «не укради», «не обманывай». Вот вопрос нашей российской действительности, допустим, насколько буквально нужно соблюдать эти обеты, эти вот, потому что, например, вопрос «не укради», как вопрос, допустим, с налогами, или, например, вопрос, когда, допустим, не обманывай. Ну, например, много случаев бывает, когда там вас в различных местах просят дать свой телефон, свою фамилию, имя, например, не дают вам, допустим, дисконтные карточки, например. Вот укажите. И вы, то есть указываете, вам будет потом идти много, допустим, разного спама. Ну, это такой простейший пример. А вот если вы не укажете, то вы что, обманываете, что, или как? Или, допустим, вот, ну, например, как вот какой-нибудь, допустим, фильм, бегут, ловят революционера, а там полицейские, и, соответственно, там человек, какой-то зритель, они пробегают, кто побежал, он говорит, вот туда или туда, он их обманывает или как?
So the question is about the empowerment of Buddha medicine, and do we need to take other vows, bodhisattva vows, and other kind of vows for that? And especially, they say in Russia it's very difficult to keep some vows, for instance, not to cheat and not to steal, because, for instance, if we don't pay taxes, does it mean that we steal and break the vow not to steal? Or if we cannot give some information to others, like in this example when somebody, I also, so the question was about empowerment of Buddha medicine, and also some vows that we are supposed to take during this empowerment, because we also should take bodhisattva vows and perhaps pratimoksha vows as well. And for instance, there is a vow not to lie, and supposedly that it's a little bit difficult to keep this kind of vows in a Russian situation, not to lie and not to steal. For instance, what to do with the vow not to steal? Does it refer to taxes? What if we don't pay taxes and cannot do that? Do we break the vow not to steal? Or this example, when somebody asks us, for instance, when a person is running after another and is going to kill this person, and he or she asks us where this person is going, and we don't say truth. Or there are other kinds of situations when we cannot say the truth, and then does it break our vow not to steal? So the question is, what if we want to take medicine, good empowerment, but we're not sure we can follow all the kinds and branches of vows, like not to cheat, not to steal, and so on.
Medicine Buddha will be extremely happy if somebody renounce 10 virtue and practice 10 non-virtue. Huh? Renounce. You can send, but there may be other questions. Oh, I see. I said, medicine Buddha will be extremely happy if somebody engaging in 10 non-virtue and renouncing 10 virtue. Yes, there's a Bodhisattva before this is cultural. No, there's a medicine Buddha, highest Tantra initiation Buddha. I don't do that. I think maybe I received from His Holiness. I think maybe vision of $50. I think. But there is, but I do the lower tantra, so it's lower tantra, but yes, it has a basis Bodhisattva. Yes, that's very common. That's common. On the basis of that, yes. So as much as possible, on the basic to not harm others as much as possible. As very beginners, maybe difficult, as very beginners, to be pure, perfect, maybe difficult, but slowly. And as you practice, then more pure. But beginning is, from very beginning, totally pure. It's not impossible. There's the end there, but. But it's a practice. They become more pure. Yes. So on the basis of that, and then at least such as labor, this 5 precepts or this whatever. So on the basis of that, then Bodhisattva to try as much as possible, always to try as much as possible. Then if you break, then you can take it again. You can take it, but the Bodhisattva you can take again, but even from the altar after you receive the lineage, then you can take from the altar any time. So you can do that. Yeah. So also you can do that. Even the highest tantra, which is tantric vows, which need then, if you break, then you have to purify. You can take initiation again, or things like that. Or you can do self-initiation. You purify yourself by taking initiation like that. Like that, you can do. The text, yes. My idea of text. Is very much to do with the motivation. First of all, like this. Because see, text, there are about 80 ex-monks and nuns, totally 80 in New York from the Kapan Monastery. We have nunnery and monastery. Nunnery is an excellent study of Buddhist philosophy, very famous and excellent study. And the first Geshe, women, the first nun Geshe from Kapan, they examined, and then the other nunnery cell. The first nun who became first, that's from Kapan. Two nuns passed examination, the Geshe Ma. Yes, very good study. They have three teachers and three Geshes from the cell. And they're very good. The monks also good study. So, they're just from Kapan in New York. The nuns, monks who achieved arhatship, not the enlightenment, but the arhatship, I said this. So there are about 80, total 80 ex-monks, nuns from Kapan, just from Kapan. So that's the West, without religion study. So each time I go there to receive teaching from my guru, Rinpoche from Great Lama from Dharma Monastery from Tibet. So receive teachings, all transmission things. So then there are many ex-monks, nuns. So even though they left the monastery, but have children and so forth, but just to benefit for them, to do some lung, Golden Light Sutra or the Ayasana Sutra, to try for them to collect unbelievable scarce merits, good karma, and liberty from lower realms and so much. So I do they first, I facilitated a picnic at the beach, and so tent, we put a tent and beginning, and not quite a number was not much. So I did room most of the time. And the second time, I think I did sort of consultation with people, different people, and had lunch. And then they have quite a number of children, so the ex-monks and nuns. So I taught how to take care of the children. Just as a Buddhist, so incredible chance way to collect to make the children's lives meaningful, and method to collect happiness, cause of happiness, merits, unbelievable. So I was explaining that, and then that talk went into universal education that we had. We went doing for many years. So I was explaining that before the universal education, there's 6. The first one, I don't remember. The first one, think of kindness of others. Think of kindness of others day and night. That's what other awareness, others' kindness. Any being, not only human being, but even insect or anything. Then the next one is I think it's compassion. To remember the number of the first kind is then that's on maybe compassion, I'm not sure. Then the Kashmiri, if somebody harm you, you apologize. If somebody harm you, then immediately give forgiveness. Forgiveness or what? Apology. Forgiveness. Forgiveness immediately. So there's a mother in America, I don't think she's Buddhist. Mother, her daughter was kidnapped by a man and killed. Kidnapped and raped and killed. So the news people, they ask her, reporters, they ask her, does she want to kill that man or not? So she says, never kill that man. She give forgiveness to that man. She give forgiveness to them. I don't think she's particularly Buddhist, I don't think so, but a good heart. But very good heart. Even her daughter, you're a child, they were changed most, generally speaking, and then kidnapped and raped and killed, you see, that, all that things. So she gave forgiveness to that man to not kill. She told them to not kill, give forgiveness. Then there was one man who was killed, who was shot 6 times by some people, but he didn't die. So he didn't want to kill that person. He gave forgiveness to the other person. That I don't. Then not particularly Buddhist, no, but a good heart. Very good, excellent. So like that. So anyway, and then if you made mistake, you will hurt somebody. If you did something wrong, immediately apologize. Immediately apologize. Then you see, you are happy, that person is happy. You bring peace. And you bring peace like that in the family, in the society, in the country, in your area, in your country, in this world, you bring peace. So if you do like that, bring peace in this world. Otherwise, the other one, what normal people do, even the animals are what they do. Not only not people, but it's not culture of people. Even the tigers, even the animals. Somebody harm, they attack back, they kill. If somebody harm, they kill. Even animals do that. It's not special culture of a human being. Somebody harm, you harm back. Whom you don't like in the world, you kill. All those million people you kill. Whom you don't like, you kill. Somebody who is not blue eye, not blonde, you kill. And then, that's special. That's special. It's very ordinary action. Not people are very bad. Then with self-chasing thought. So that so this because of that never bring peace in thought. Then you harm, then others harm, then more enemy, more create more harm back, and not only you think only this life. You think first of all only this life. More enemy, you build more enemy, then more countries your enemy. Wow. Not only the brothers and sisters, but friends. Become an enemy to Abraham, to the best. Then all the bigger, even more countries. But you see, We think it's just this life. Even this life is like this. If you harm back, many yeah? But you see, if it leaves a negative imprint on the mind, it leaves a negative imprint on the mind. Oh, then you see, whom you harmed this life, or they will harm you many 100 lifetimes, 1,000 lifetimes. Depending on how much suffering you caused, you receive harm from one harm, negative karma you did for others. From one, you receive harm from. As a result, you receive harm many 500 lifetimes, 1,000 lifetimes. From one negative karma harm to somebody. You see, I told you already, if you cheat one sentient being, then as a result, you'll be cheated 1,000 lifetimes. It is said in the Lama disciple. That's it, but it's come like that. That. So, you see, Tibetan young people, they follow, they look at the Western world country, other, if somebody help you, I'm back. So you see, they want to fight to man China. They want. But his own say, no. The truth will win. The truth, you don't need to fight. No, truth will win. So, in peace, you see, no violence, no war. But the young people won't fight. They're looking at the rest of the world, Oh, if someone have back, it's not even animal, but that isn't special. So, see, so what happens? What happens? If you do that, then create karma. This is you harmed them. Create karma, and leaves negative imprint on the mind. So in the future lives, then you experience, you suffer. Then they will attack you. Like this happened in Tibet. They will attack you. Many hundred, many 1,000 lifetimes will attack you. As a country, as a common result. Then you attack back. They never finish you up. Endless suffering, samsara. Endless. One time attacking, they attack back. Many 100,000 lifetimes they attack back. See, people in Tibet, suffer. So many countries already suffer. That happens. So see. So therefore, you see, His Holiness truth will win. There's a peace. Then His Holiness talk about compassion to China and peace, compassion, to young Tibetan people. The young Tibetan people, they get some Western education and then don't think Dharma, don't think karma. Not many people, maybe not young people, maybe some people, yes, but maybe don't think they will follow the Western world countries, say what they do, like animals, not that. So, you suffer for in the future. So that's why they say in the adverses of thought transformation, in the adverse, I jumped from this after answer. But I'm talking about the just evolution. The adverses of thought transformation, Kadampa Geshe Langri Tangpa, thank you. the advice is very good how to live life, how to make your life, how to bring happiness in your life, and how to make your life beneficial for something. You know, not only temporary happiness, ultimate happiness, liberation from samsara, and enlightenment, Buddhahood. So in there, there's when somebody jealous with a jealous mind, then it's Dharma Shinja Tabar Shikuras Meri. So criticize you, even you don't have the case, but somebody jealous mind criticize you, blame you. Shikuras Meri. When somebody do like that out of jealousy, then criticize and blame you. When that happens, then you see, take the laws upon yourself. Offer the victory to others. That's what, you see, in the 8 verses also, advice for life. So that's one. Oh, that's great advice. Oh, this is what his Holiness is saying. Oh, you see. So here is the minor practice. Here, somebody out of jealousy mind and cheat you, blame you. Then that time, take the victory on yourself, take the loss upon yourself, offer the victory to others. So somebody accused you, but the work is done, whatever it is done by somebody else, but somebody blamed you. So what you do? So here advice is, you don't, I'm not this, I'm not that, this person did, I'm not this. You kind of clarify. So instead of that, you take, then you see that person has good prison or punishment or all that suffering. So you don't clarify. You take the laws on yourself. You act as you have done. You just listen what the person. I say, yes. Then you offer the victory to that person who did that mistake. You offer the victory. So he doesn't have to suffer punishment or whatever, prison. So you offer the victory. So you to the victory. And you don't lost. So you should offer your happiness to the other person. So you take the problem on yourself. So you see. So you see now, listen. Oh, so hundreds, thousands, many lifetimes. Oh, the result of that, you get success, happiness in your life. In the future, 100,000 lifetimes, on and on. So much happiness, success from that. Oh, see? Happiness. 100,000. Just from one action. Just from that one action. And then, even now, whatever punishment or whatever, But whatever, you're happy, and you offer your happiness to the man, to the person, so the person doesn't have to suffer punishment or prison or oh, that's just one time. That's the one time. But we should say all your happiness. 100,000 times. It's karma. Now, it's involves karma. Oh, karma, all like that. All result. But then you see, even not only free from samsara, even to achieving enlightenment. That. So, you see, offering credit. Offering happiness to a sentient being, you are the unbelievable practice, good heart. So anyway, see, how do I? You know, Kadampa Geshe Langri, he was giving teaching. He was giving teaching. So one girl came, put a child on his leg, you know. So this is your child. While he was giving teaching to people in public. So Kadampa Geshe didn't say, oh, it's not mine. How I'm monkey, how can I have a child hidden in the bed? No, she said, your child, this is your child. Let him. He continued to give teaching, he kept the child. Then he took care of the child. One day, the lady came, took the child back. After some years, took the child back, then gave her the child. Like that. Oh, I'm hungry. How's possible? You're bad. No, you're bad. You're put in prison or bad or that. Didn't even say it. This is my child. Give teaching. Don't bother. No? Give a child. Then after something, lady came. One day, just took back. No problem. She took care. And the guy said, Kadampa Geshe Langri Tangpa. Great. Those bodhisattvas, great. So somebody, I think, one monastery accused that he doesn't have vow morality. One monastery accused Kadampa Geshe Langri Tangpa. You see, and Kadampa Geshe Langri Tangpa accused it doesn't morality. You know, it doesn't live in morality, it doesn't have monk vow and the rules, you know, brought. So the monastery is that. Kadampa Geshe Langri Tangpa especially came to this monastery. He especially came and he made an offering to the monks. And he said, thank you very much. Thank you very much for saying that that he brought his vows. And saying that he thanked to all the monks, made a tea offering, whatever offering, mat offering. Then he thanked to all of them in the puja. In the puja, he thanked. Oh, sincerely from the heart. He thinking kindness of them from the depth of his heart. It's a heart, the kindness of Krishna's him. So he thanked everybody. He made offering tea and money, I don't know. So I just like that. Kadampa Geshe Langri Tangpa, who wrote the 8 verses of translation. So this, anyway, you see, Dangzhen Sa, Lojong Tsenje Koro, Buddha Shakyamuni teachings. And these teachings about integrating the lifetime practice in 5 power, the 5 power need death time, the basically same. See, all that's the teachings there. Something opposite to old people. You see, they get upset. Sorry. They get, you see. Well, maybe I mentioned this. Give me the answer. So I described yesterday that how we create the root of samsara, the ignorance. Remember, I explained yesterday. Remember? I explained yesterday. Remember, I explained. So you see, the ignorance, wrong concept. So you see, as I explained yesterday. So due to that, because of that, believing everything's truly accident, not leveled by mind, not merely leveled by mind, not leveled by mind, not labeled by mind, truly existent, real from there. Like that, very gross, much more gross. There are 4 schools, Buddhist philosophers in school in India when Buddha's time happened. So there's many wrong views. You see, each of the school, the truth, But you see, wrong. So there's all the wrong views. In the appearance, they're all the wrong views. So anyway, permanent thing with the impermanent, think permanent, which things are I, so forth. You see, which are impermanent phenomena that look at appear, see, permanent, appearance, permanence, and without dependent cause conditions and existence, or existing alone without dependent parts, and existing with its own freedom without dependent cause conditions. All these wrong views. That's a very basic, very gross in the appearance. Then there's also a wrong view there. The Bhavashika school, there's Chitameva, Dodeva. Because the self-sufficiency, in the appearance, there's self-sufficiency. So that's. Then you see at the Svatantrika mindfulness school there, Tibetan school there, as the things existing. You see, without they believe 7 consciousness, 8 consciousness, 7 consciousness, 8 consciousness, Kunshi, Jinamshi, Kunshi, the basis of samsara, nirvana, Jinamshi, the 7 consciousnesses, so the substances imprint later on that consciousness. Then experience art. One is the knowing phenomena, knowing, Shepa, One is phenomenon like blue, they which holds blue, one is blue itself, object, subject. So manifest the substance is the imprint. And then one is a knowing phenomena, one is the object, the blue, one is which knows, which sees the blue. All the believe like that. What in your appearance you see, eye and anything appearance. So you see, there's something which exists without depending on seven consciousness, substance, experience out. Without depending on that, the one is known phenomena, one is the object of what it sees. Without depending on substance, left on the seven consciousness, without depending on depending that experience out, without depending on that, then truly existing is there. Then also Madhyamika school, Rangjuba, there are two schools. Madhyamika school, true, Rangjuba. Then Rangjuba, you see, without labeling my mind, without labeling the truly existing, real from there is there. So you think, everything there, this is wrong with that. Then the subtle object to be reputed, kakcha, subtle object to be reputed, Watanjuva, Prasangika. So, not merely labeled by mind, not merely labeled by mind, existing from there is there. This very subtle one there, very subtle one. So, until you remove, able to see this, able to realize, recognize this subtle kakcha object of reputed, that this not merely labeled by mind. There's something there, something exists from its own side. There's something there, it's labeled by mind, but you see, not merely labeled. You see, if you believe, but you say, I heard the question there, you say, if the eyes are merely labeled, then what goes on in the next life? You ask the question. Yeah. So you see, you think that eyes merely labeled means I doesn't make it comes to you, merely labeled, my mind means I do not exist. I do not exist. So therefore there's nothing which goes to the next life. You think of that. You say, oh, that's merely. So you accept the merely labeled of my mind. This is the that's what Umar and Juba or Svatantrika, Svatantrika is they accept the merely labeled of my mind. You see? So then they, for them it means it doesn't exist. Merely labeled mind but do not exist. They think labeled by mind, yes, but there's something there from its own side. There's something has to be from. Something has to be from its own side. You see? They think. So for them, meaning of truth exists different from Prasangika. Here, Svatantrika, Rangjuba, truly exists means different. Means you see, without labeling by mind, without labeling, not me, without labeling by mind, truly existing, only existing from the object side. Oh, this equals meaning of truly existing this. But you see, in the Prasangika, Umatanjava, second mathematics view, their meaning of truly existing means you see, what Rangjuba, Svatantrika believe, itself is wrong. That's, you see, so not me labeled by, level by mind, but not level by mind. Level by mind is it doesn't exist. So they believe Rangjiva, not Thajiva. Rangjiva believes in that. So level by mind, but not level by mind. So there's something existing. They accept something exists from the side. If not, then it doesn't. They think like that. So then you see, now Uma Tanjuva, Prasangika truly exists. It means, you see, the not mere level mind, but something exists. That. What Rangjiva believes true, what they believe true, that's totally false. According to the next mathematics school, Prasangika school. So they mean of truly existence. You see, there's something. So you see, the level by mind, but there's something from the side. There's something from there. That is truly existence. Meaning the Prasangika view, Madhyamika Prasangika view, Tanjuva view, what that. The truly existence, word said, but different meaning. That's very subtle. So that. So you see, if you realize the subtle, very subtle object to be reputed ganja. This, say, not mere labeled by mind, but there's something from the other side. That's subtle one. That's the false. Realizing that the empty, as it is empty, as it never existed from beginning to birth. And then, from beginning, something never exists. That's shunyata, that's the emptiness, alone. Tongpanyi. Ni, cut. Ni. You see, in English, I don't know, in English, emptiness, but ni is not translated. In English, translation was done very early times. So many translators have not learned well Dharma philosophy. You see, so nowadays, now a long time ago, the Geshes who studied well the philosophy, and now they know English. But a long time ago, early times, so many translators not haven't learned well debate philosophy, Buddhist philosophy. So translation is sometimes not exact, round, not exact, not complete words. So things like that. So the Tongpa, emptiness, ni only. So Tongpa once added ni means only the ultimate nature. Not just the empty of the stomach is empty of food, or your purse is empty of money, or this empty of tea, things not that, because computer phenomena also. The earth is empty of sky, or not that. So not that. So you see, so only this, even this small object of repetition, not merely my mind. There's something there. Realizing that that's a false view, and realizing that empty as is empty, emptiness only. So only cuts ordinary emptiness, the empty of substances, the empty of substances. Oh, there was that, you see, resistance or substance form, the empty of form. So the so ordinary emptiness, you see, so cuts that, ni cut. So tongpanyi is the only ultimate nature. This is only to understand the shunyata, ultimate nature. Only that. Ni, one is added ni. So English doesn't come. So I mean now, I've been used for so many years emptiness, so I don't know emptiness has tongpanyi, that complete meaning, I'm not sure. So it's like that. So you understand ni, tongpanyi, makes a huge difference. So only if you realize Prasangika river, that's the subtle images. So only then that wisdom, only then can eliminate your root of suffering, your root of samsara, from where all the suffering come, suffering pain, suffering change, pervasive command, all the depression, all the suffering. Only this can cut ignorance, this ignorance, root of samsara, from where all your suffering come. No, otherwise, any other school view, you realize, no, cannot. Even Madhyamika, Prasangika, even Madhyamika, Svatantrika view, even you realize that cannot cut. They cannot cut your root of samsara, the ignorance cannot cut, cannot eliminate. That's for example, I give one example, like this. There is a sort of experience. It's the aggregate is the basis to be labeled I. You see? But you see, there's the understanding. In the meditation, there's the understanding comes. See? There's no I from the aggregates. There's no I at all from the aggregates. No I from the aggregates. But there's an I on the aggregates. There's no I on the aggregates, from the aggregates, but there's I on the aggregates. Under the control, so strong, under the control of man. On the aggregate, there's I. But you see, if you see there's I on the aggregates, is, in the mere name, merely imputed by mind, then correct. That's a Prasangika, Madhyamika Prasangika view, understanding. Correct. But, you see, there's no I from that case, but there's I on that case. You see? But real I. So the mistake is there. You see, the mistake is there. There's some mistake. But there's still real I. Oh, such that understanding, discovery is understanding, that is the understanding of the Svatantrika, Rangjuva, Uma Rangjuva, Matamika, skill view truth. You see, emptiness, truth, going Svatantrika, Uma Rangjuva, view, Dharma. There's no I at all from that case. Complete. But there is I on the ideas. But the eyes from the real, that the eyes, you see, if it appeared on the aggregates, but you see, in man, it's correct. It's very correct. But it's not that. It's a real one. Oh, so that is a understanding, Prasangika view, truth. All that. So, you see, according to Prasangika, Svatantrika view, it's a good view. So, according to Madhyamika Prasangika view, that's completely wrong. That's a wrong view. It's correct in the Svatantrika view, but incorrect according to Prasangika view. So that's the last thing. You have to realize that's empty as it is empty. Then, since that discovering totally doesn't exist, even a slight atom of that I. Then there is a, see, Then you can cut the ignorance, root of all your samsara, root of all your suffering, all three types of suffering I mentioned yesterday, where it come from, all the suffering. That ultimate wisdom, realizing emptiness, the person goes, wow, that's the only one totally against to the ignorance. The way ignorance belief, you see, ignorance belief, the ignorance belief, the I exists, not mere level mind, existing from society, ignorance, you see. But the wisdom, totally opposite. There's nothing from its own side, totally empty. Then the result only exists in man. That's the conclusion, result. How do I exist? So you see, the I is empty, do not exist from its own side. While it is empty, it is existing. Existing mere name. Existing mere name. And collecting virtue in a mere name. I is existing mere name. I is doing action, walking, sitting, sleeping, doing jobs, so collecting merit, collecting non-virtue, collecting virtue, all in mere name. Doing all the action in mere name. And I is experiencing result happiness from the virtue, which exists in mere name. And the happiness is also existing in mere name. Then suffering comes from non-virtue, which is also mere labeled by mind. And suffering is also experienced in mere name. Existing mere name. So like that. So the hell, enlightenment, samsara, nirvana, happiness problem, I, you, anything, happiness problem, everyday life, everything. So everything do not exist from their own side. Totally empty. While it's empty, it is existing in a mere name. in the man. While it is existing in man, it is empty. So unified. Though as soon as your understanding comes, whatever it is, I or whatever it is existing man, it comes to this point. A strong understanding, discovering the existing man, then correct. What you believe you understood, you realize the emptiness only, it's correct. But you see, it never comes to the conclusion of existing, how it exists. And never come to the conclusion, but you see, the existence as an obstacle to emptiness, what you thought you realized. You see, two opposite things. So this, when you believe in this existence, then it harms to your belief and realizing emptiness. It contradicts to that. It can unify. It doesn't support it, contradicts. And then when the emptiness, what you believe you realize, then it can't unify with the emptiness, with the existing man. You can't unify. It's total opposite. So then that means something wrong with your understanding. That means you have to understand what you believe your meditation is, your realization, emptiness, tongpanyi. What you believe you realize means there's something wrong with that. It's not correct. So conclusion has to come, understanding how the whole phenomena I mentioned, and all this existing in man. It should unify, it should help to that. So they support each other, they unify each other, emptiness and existing man. That's how they can do it. So I have to give answer to him. So it's too long time, sorry. I'm very sorry. So it didn't happen. Then I did another beginning with him. That was to help for them, their teachings, so then I did another one. I think this year or last year. Where they put a tent, at the beach. Beach is quite far. Tent. So I brought tangas as the art tanga. The very beautiful art. One generation, one thala and something. So I don't think anybody bring tanga at the beach. I don't think so. But I brought this to explain the people. Anybody who comes to the beach who will get the tanga, they will see tanga from far, from the road. It was like unbelievable. Unbelievable, nice guys, man. So much, even believer, non-believer. So I do this expo monks and nonsense to explain how precious collective merit by Buddhist, to explain. But last time I didn't get time to explain, so I brought again. So I explained to the pressure there. So to explain, I'm not going to repeat now. So so I explained then. Then I did the diamond character room. I did not finish by some page, and so then they did dance, the Nepal, the Tibetan or the very far Himalayan mountain, those ex-nuns, and they showed me, they did the dress pattern, and they did a short dance and the things like that. They also enjoy very much. And so one day they invited me in the restaurant. And this is the answer to him. In the restaurant, from Mustang, the people. So I have to say something to benefit for them. So I thought, tax. So of course, it's difficult to give tax. So I told them, tax is you have to think. I said, the charity. You think only give tax. There's so much money. You feel a kind of pain in your heart, pulling out money, from your attachment, from your subject, pulling out the mental pain. This gives you opportunity to practice Dharma, charity, 6 parameters, to achieve enlightenment. First one is charity. Like Buddha gave holy body, also limbs, eyes, number 3 colors, he made charity, his holy body to sentient beings. Not an attacker, Nepal, Nama Buddha, not on that. Numberless times. So this money, see, what you give tax, the charity to the sentient beings. Charity to the sentient beings. You see, you make charity. I don't remember word by word now, but think is to make Dharma practice, charity. Buddha gave holy body, limbs, 3 colors giving eons. And then we see, then after all that, achieved enlightenment. Buddha Dharma achieved gave teaching for us. You see? So then charity, my charity for sentient beings. Even not giving my body to the sentient beings, limbs, but at least this, money to sentient beings, charity for sentient beings happiness. To free them from suffering, to achieve happiness, So that, you see, then I please listen here. Then I explained what Buddha said. Buddha said, even during my teaching, even you make charity so small like size of your hair, charity to a sentient being. You see, you want to get reborn raw realm for Kadampa Geshe. 80,000 eons, you want to get reborn. 80,000 eons, you will never get reborn raw realms. I told them. Buddha said that. Anybody who made charity so small size of a hair to somebody, the person won't get reborn. 80,000 eons in the Lord and they won't get reborn. Like that. So they say, so $1, then we see, by breaking the $1 in pieces, no question. marriage, then you collect, so making charity for the benefit, something being happiness and freedom. Unbelievable. Marriage, you collect, like that. And then I should tell you this. Pember Samba Zamjeja, Sangye Chole Chapana, the Zamba Magic in the Buddha Shakyamuni, which I bear great Buddha Shakyamuni ever said. So he said, even your mind merely benefiting, even the mind merely benefiting to somebody, mere thought to benefit to somebody. What a human being, what an insect, animal, mere thought to benefit to somebody. Making an extensive offering, like sky, making extensive offering to the Buddhas, numberless Buddhas, to the Buddhas. You see, mere thought to benefit to somebody, human being, or animal, or insect, whatever, or this, much more special than extensive offering to numberless Buddhas. So, therefore, when you actually attempt to benefit somebody, when you actually attempt to work to benefit somebody, then when you actually attempt to cause happiness to somebody, insect or animal or people, no question. It's much greater. It's much more special. Greater merit you collect. Greater merit you collect than extensive offering to numberless Buddhas. You see, even the mere thought to help somebody, to benefit somebody, it's so much more special. Much special, greater. Why? Says, why? To that insect, to that animal, to that person, child or old man. That's cherished most by numberless bodhisattvas. Like Lama or one bodhisattva, of course, but numberless bodhisattvas cherish. This is like the heart. This is like heart, more than the heart. Cherish most. This is why what they are practicing path to achieve enlightenment, force and ending, to help us. So this cherished most by the numberless bodhisattvas. So you see, they realize the kindness and all sentiments, kindness, all that. Before they actualize bodhicitta, they all realized all that. So, then this cherished by numberless Buddhas, like which can do, the most cherished, this is cherished as a regarded most precious, cherished this insect, this person, this human being, whom you're going to benefit, whom you're thinking to benefit, by numberless Buddhas, they cherish them. So, you have this best offering to numberless Buddha's best offering. What pleased the most is like you have the mother's son or daughter whom she cherishes so much. You praise, you give a small gift. The mother, it makes the mother so happy, so happy. And the evil harmed, but the mother so upset. That you see, more than that. So makes him most happy. That you see. You see, rather making offering to them, excellence offering, or then sitting here, sending this, looking after. Whatever you can do, small benefit, great benefit, whatever you can do. Wow, the best. So that comes to that part. So I said like that. And about text, and then you see also the I think there are four, five. I think in New York 4, 5 texts, and I think there's one for hospitals or something, and sick people. One text, and anyway. So then, but you see, yeah. But you see, most important, the motivation, to benefit others. Not my, no. That is so painful, that's the negative karma. But you change your mind, thinking this is money is a sentient thing, or however you see. That's very important, very mind in that. Okay. Yes, did you understand? What? Sorry, my topic is very wrong, so sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, all right. But if you don't, it's incredible for you to quickly achieve enlightenment, to liberate the sentiments quickly from samsara to achieve, to bring to enlightenment. Quick method. If you can transform Dharma, you paying tax all this, would bring a quick path to enlightenment for you, and to free the sentiments from suffering and bring to enlightenment. So that's okay. I think it's that's the only 1 hour. Okay. The seventh Hesona Dharma Kasang Yasu said these verses. Kondegi Chuten Mariba. Kondegi Chuten Mariba. All the existence, Chuten, So Trini is the ultimate nature of the things. Chujin is the basis. Having phenomena, or having existence, having phenomena, Chujin. So simple way, all the phenomena of all the samsara nirvana. Kondeke churche maliba, is every single. Rang tokpe jebe dumanga. Rang tokpe jebe dumanga. Tendembala sune, lui chir. Tunala machine, tomote. That practice. So, kondege chute mandiba, rang tokpe jebe dumala. Truth sorry, rang tokpe jebe dumala. To the illusion. To the illusion. Created the I by the conception. So we meditate, think like this. So you see, as I mentioned yesterday, the aggregate, base to level I. Mind would focus on the aggregates. And then makes up the label. By focus on that, makes up the label, merely impute I. Merely impute I. You see? So you see, the I came from your mind. You can understand from this. Even the mere level I came from your mind, created by your mind, your concept. What's that? Zopa. Created by your concept. Come from your concept. You see. Also, the aggregate is also come from your concept, come from your mind. Also, that's also merely labeled by your mind. So, come from your mind, created by your mind, not come from outside. So everything came from you. Everything came from your mind. So that is Zen, you see. An action came from your mind. Object came from your mind. If you are walking, I who is walking come from your mind, created by your mind concept. Action walking come from your mind, merely imputed by your mind. The road on which you are walking, road come from your mind, merely imputed by your mind. So like that, or in the whole life, I, action, object, whole life, every day, day and night, whole your life come from your mind, created by your mind. Everything exists in mere name. That's the reality. So like that, not only today, from birth, not only from birth, all the things exist, yeah. About your life, not only from birth, but like that past life, and the life before, from beginningless birth, all come from your mind. It all come from your mind, existing in the mere name. So like that, hell exists in mere name, enlightenment existing in mere name, samsara exists in mere name, nirvana exists in mere name, happiness exists in mere name, suffering problems exist in mere name. That all come from mind. That's the reality. And that's the reality. So there's nothing there to grasp, attached. There's nothing there to hate. You see, there's nothing there. So it's totally free. There is no basis to rise all the delusions, anger, attachment, ignorance, all the 6-root delusion, 20 skin delusion, then 240, 200 what? 84,000 delusional. So there's no basis to rise. That. Okay, so now next, you see, now next so as I explained yesterday, all the negative imprint left on the mind, mental continuum, by the past ignorance, root of samsara, holding the I and aggregates truly existent, existing by itself, exist by nature, real, as it appears that way to our hallucinant mind. So the negative impression projected after your mind immediately impression of I, then projected the hallucination, the real I, the true existent I, truly existing from inside. Hallucination is decorated on the merely immature I. Decorated. So that false I. That false I. So like that same thing. That's the example. But everything, the hell, enlightenment, samsara, nirvana, happiness, all things which can be labeled by your mind. After that, then you see all the negative imprint left in your mental condition, projected, decorated hallucination. Real one existing from there. So everything real existing from there. So the real sky, the real tree, real road, real car, everything existing from its own side. After your mind immediately imaged, then projected all, decorated all this hallucination in your life. So see, the real I appeared. Then, third second, then you see, you really believe, that's really true, 100% true. You see, the I appear real, 100% true, it's real, 100% true. As an example like that to all the rest of phenomena. So imagine whole your life illusion like this, by your mind, by the ignorance, by your ignorance, whole your life. That. So now, then you see, now then on the basis of that, then you see, the attachment anchor rises. You see, on the basis of this hallucination, appearance, hallucination, then believing this I is real, So the ignorance. So again, you see. Then on the basis of that, then attachment rises. The attachment to comfort, happiness of this life. Attachment to that. Then attachment, the comfort, happiness life, something real from that. Attachment. Then you see, then Then you see receiving reputation, in attachment to that. Then receiving praise from people, receiving praise from people, attachment there. The real reputation, real praise. You see? Real praise, not mere level, but real praise, attachment there. Then people giving material like birthday present, or people giving material. So real gift, you see, the attachment there. Oh, because of the attachment, then there's, you see, dislike. Then there's a dislike. Due to attachment, dislike, you see, not having comfort, discomfort, dislike. Due to the attachment. Then due to the attachment to reputation, then no reputation, dislike. No reputation, dislike. Some unhappiness, dislike. Because the attachment to the praise, real praise, which there is not real praise, but the real praise, all that real praise, then you see criticism, there's so much dislike to the criticism or no praise. Like somebody, you give water to somebody and the person didn't thank to you, they get angry. That I gave glass of water to that person, he didn't thank. He or she didn't thank to me. Wow, you get so angry, upset. So that, you see. So because you attach the praise, real praise. So then you see, then no criticism or no receiving praise, then you so much unhappiness, dislike. Oh, that's associated with the attachment. You see, so then all like that, you see. Material gifts, then not giving material, not receiving material gifts, all that you see. So you so unhappy, not receiving, because of attachment to that. Oh, so you see, now there's four things you are so much attached to, believing real from there, and then so much attached to. If you don't have when your attachment less, then the opposite things not happening, the opposite things that are not happening, and then less dislike, less unhappiness. Or when you have no attachment, when you renounce the attachment to these four desirable things, then you see dislike, so much unhappiness that you want to commit suicide yourself. This not happening that. Because you renounce the attachment. Your mind is free from attachment to these four things. So the four undesirable things, so much dislike and so much unhappiness is not that. So the four desirable objects, four undesirable objects is equalized for your mind. So your life is good, peace, happiness, like that. So that's why the practicing Dharma, this is real practicing Dharma, there's so much peace, so much inner happiness, peace in your mind. So then the suicidal thought and all this whole life, so much problem. The 100 problems, 1,000 problems, so much problem. So this is not happening. So your heart is so filled with happiness, inner happiness, peace. So even the rest country is suffering so much. But you see, because you renounce the attachment. Your mind is free from attachment. So you don't have the great desire after dislike, but unhappiness. This is not happiness. So your mind is totally free. Oh, this is the very last. This is the very first Dharma practice. So that you see, now you go back. That just to give an idea. So now I should cover that to the So you see now everything you met your whole life, everything totally illusion, you see, not true. Everything, including I. Everything illusion. Decorated the illusion, you see. Including I, action of the whole phenomenon. You see, so you see, if you believe it's real, it appears if you believe it's real, then all the delusion rises, then all the problem, your life problem, So then, like the root of the tree, more, like that. See the problem in the life, no peace, no happiness in the mind. So that may be very short. Then now he says, his Holiness Seventh Dalai Lama says, says, by holding, is it like the eye, you see, real, what appeared real, only you believe it 100%, yeah, true, like the eye, example, like the whole phenomena, from sound, smell, taste, then the mind and senses and everything. So then that concept, you see, it's believing it's true, or that concept, ignorance, they cheat you. And the person, by believing the truth, then they cheat, that concept cheat you. That concept has cheated you from beginningless rebirth. From beginningless rebirth up to now. Cheats you all the time. Every life, day and night, all up to now. So, suffered. So, you see, we have never been free from 6 realm suffering. We have never been free even for 5 minutes, even 1 minute from samsara. Never been free. Never. Even 1 second. We have never been free from samsara, delusion karma. So, you see, die and born, you see, in the 6 realm. One of this realm, it's then suffer, experience all the suffering of that realm. From beginningless rebirth up to now, we don't remember. Then again, if you don't get practice Dharma, if you don't realize the ultimate wisdom directly pursuing emptiness, then you see, we just see the delusion karma, cause something, then you see, again we reincarnate in samsara without end, and suffer, again, the 6 realm suffering over and over, no end, and endless. You see? Like that, it's unbelievable. This is the most scary. This is the greatest scary. This is the past one and the future one, the greatest scary if you don't practice Dharma in this life, and then if they exercise as much as possible, if you don't get actualized ultimate wisdom, realize the emptiness, but actually make the mind more close to realize in this life. At least, close to realize. Then you can realize the next life. So important, unbelievably important. To practice Dharma is most important than anything else. So, because you see, so everything came from Dharma. For example, we have a perfect human rebirth, a precious human body and a perfect human rebirth that come from past life, pure mortality, practice pure mortality. Even just to be human being or even ordinary human being came from practice pure mortality in the past, not just mortality, pure mortality from past, and dedicate the marriage to each human rebirth. Or even human rebirth is like that. So perfect human rebirth, no question. Then it is said that the practice of Buddha Svatantrika, it is mentioned the teaching like that, and this like you are able to practice. So then you see all the enjoyments, clothing, food, and house, and all the enjoyment, comfort that we have, all come from past karma, practice charity, giving, not attached, not miserly, but give to sentient beings. Give the sentient beings. So increasing the giving mind, the Tongpanyi, that's the meaning of the definition of charity. So like that, you see, all the comfort, the food, the clothing, the food, house, all the enjoyment come from past life Dharma practice. That's the charity, giving to sentient being. Not being miserly, giving, you see, all like that. So therefore, you see, if you have money, we think, I have all this comfort, all this, because of money, because I went to school and did, but actually, even the money came from Dharma. So all the enjoyments came from Dharma, charity, in the past life, practice charity. So you have money in this life. That's the main cause, charity. So therefore you see, in the future life, then to have all the conditions to practice Dharma, all that things, actually path to achieving enlightenment, to be free from something, and then you need to practice Dharma in this life, you see. So like that, you see, so this wrong concept, and cheated the ignorance, the root of samsara, cheated you from beginningless rebirth. That's greatest harm. That's greatest harm to you. So now, again, if you don't get back to Dharma, and then you will cheat again, you see, endless. So, suffer. Put the seven Dharma advice to do like this. Turn the balance on it. Therefore, what you should practice is this hallucination that you are decorated on the middle level eye, and all the phenomena is decorated, this hallucination, real, existing from inside. Or then you don't believe in that. You don't believe the hallucinated view. You don't believe to the hallucinated view. You don't believe in this hallucinated view. Then look at it empty, as it is empty. Look at it empty. Look at the eye empty, action empty, object empty, everything empty. As it is empty. Do not exist from inside. Empty. Chuna machine, what days? Oh, what that day, Kasure. Oh, I plan to Kasure. I plan to go through 12 different religions. How we circle in samsara, but I think no time. So I stopped there. So that's Kasure. So I mentioned this now. Sorry. I mentioned this now because I mentioned this that's the practice. Don't cling. Look at so I you see. So I'm going to mention here the practice meditation. Very important meditation. Very important meditation. The essence of Buddhism. One of the essence of Buddhism. The scientific, this inner science, scientific. So look at it. You see, for example, here, or at your home, or you go to a department store, supermarket, or a sightseeing, or a pilgrimage, or anyway, you see. So you see, the part of mind. You go from home as a meditation. So you see, sightseeing, or you go to sightseeing, or the movie, or anything. You see, sightseeing or pilgrimage, or whatever. Yeah. So supermarket or the kaza the market other one kaza supermarket the other what I forgot. I mentioned before, but now I can forgot. Department store there. So anyway, you see, you go with the meditation. There's nothing to buy. You just go there and meditate. You just go. You don't stand like this. No, you don't do like that. You just walk around and meditation. So your mind is made not body, mind is meditation. So you see, look at all this, what appears real existence from inside. All this that you see on the middle level, your mind, middle level, and then decorated hallucination. So look at it as look at it hallucination as it is hallucination. That's one meditation. So look at the eye and the action of the object, whatever joining. Then the whole department store so much. So you see, look at it hallucination. Look at it hallucination as it is hallucination. So you see, we go look around all the things and people, and you go upstairs and downstairs, If you go too many times, people will think you're crazy. So anyway, you see, you go, you do very important meditation, and the reality, truth. What the Buddha said, liberty ascent by revealing truth. That is all. Then look at everything as a hallucination, as it is hallucination. With the awareness, with this awareness, you go. Then outside, even driving, even go by car, whatever. You're going to see mountain, ocean, water. At home, the same thing, you see. That's fantastic. Wow. Wonderful. That your mind is so happy. So inner happiness, not so excited, inner happiness. So calm, peaceful. Then no attachment rises, no anger rises. Peace, So anyway, so there's like that. The other one meditation is You see, from home, at your home also you should meditate, and you go from home pilgrimage or sightseeing, whatever. Or then you say, look at everything, eye, action, object, and look at everything. Middle level by mind. Eye is middle level by mind, action is middle, objects, the road, middle level, shops, middle, the sugar bar, middle level by mind, everything middle. Eye, middle level, action, middle level, object, middle level. So everything middle level. Acid is middle level. All that, keep the meditation, awareness in that. Awareness in that. So everything is so much peace, happiness in your mind. No attachment, no attachment, anger. Well, this like wave, like violent wave, like the mind. Oh, it doesn't rise. So peaceful. So that is to not create samsara. And Korwa, to not create samsara, all the suffering, ocean suffering, and then achieve nirvana, or with the Buddha, achieve enlightenment, or the sentiment. Then you bring sentiment to enlightenment. That's one meditation. Another meditation is then at your home or going outside. Then Hasinari or pilgrimage or whatever. Then you see this eye appear real, empty. Action real appear, empty. Object real appear, empty. Whatever you do, there's the eye, there's the action object. Whatever you do, eating food, whatever you do, see. So empty. So everything empty, everything shock. What appear real, there isn't such thing. Really shock about the real money, not such thing. So everything is empty. As looking at it, empty as it is empty. As it is empty. There you see. When something exists, you believe nothing exists. No, it doesn't. No, not that. As it is empty. Okay? So at least three meditation to do. So opposite to, you see, ignorance, anger, attachment, and all the delusion. So do not rise. So incredible peace. So anyway, so they quickly to be free from samsara. And with the teaching, okay? Okay, so that that's so this don't do choke depend how do you involve in samsara? So that I don't explain today. So they now the about the death. Okay, now it is mentioned you see, integrating the five powers near death time. Near death time, what practice to do near death time, the five powers. So generally, the daily life, they integrate to all the practice in the five power. If that is you can do, if you are able to do that, you practice that, then you see death can come anytime. You don't know when the death will come. You don't know when the death will come. So the five power, the integrating whole lifetime practice in the five power, that helps. That helps. That helps. Helps very much. So much. happens. So death can come anytime. You don't know when it comes. The time, see. So you think, oh, I'm going to use this 5 hours. Oh, no. But only when near the death, only near the death. But you don't know when the death will happen. You don't know. Tonight or tomorrow, next month, next week. You have no idea. So even next month, next week, next minute, you have no idea. You have no idea at all. Next minute, you have no idea. Oh, like that. So as I mentioned, example that happen in the world all the time. All of that, like that, is not something. Oh, only nature time I practice it. Only you keep it the death, but you never know what the death will happen. So it's very, very sad. Just before mentioning that, maybe I'll mention after, I think. Okay. In the Guru Puja, it's called, is said, after, in the Lama Guru Puja, after going through the Lamrim, asking to general realization, whole Lamrim, from correctly following what friend upon the renunciation, bodhicitta, emptiness, and all that, then six parameters, all that. Then you see it, and to keep the pure samaya, tantric vows, and then actualize the generation stage, and the kasa. Generation stage, they're able to transform the ordinary as a base, ordinary the death, intermediate stage, rebirth. Transform that into the result time, the Dharmakaya, Samadkaya, Nimanakaya, three kayas, So actually, it's so there's a ordinary suffering nature of the death, intermediate stage, rebirth. You see, so you practice the tantra, mind tantra. This the generation stage and Zoldram, the gradual generation stage, so you see, so you purify the. So during generation stage, then you visualize, and then you visualize purifying the ordinary base, rebirth, intermediate stage, and death, ordinary base, death, intermediate stage, and rebirth. Oh, then and that. To ripen the mind to achieve that path tantrikayas, and then plant the seed of the the resultant trikas, like that. And so then during the completion part, then you actualize the pastime, Dharmakaya, Rupakaya, the Dharmakaya, Samadkaya, Nimadkaya, all like that. You see, then through that, then achieve the result time, Dharmakaya, Samadkaya, Nimadkaya, all like that. You see, all like that, achieving enlightenment. That is it. Oh, there's the Jubilant. I don't remember the complete words and so completion says the clear light and the illusory body. So unify those two. To actualize the unification those two in this very lifetime. Please bless me to actualize this in this life. Then there comes Lama unable to actualize Tangtri parts. So, for example, my guru, Lama Yeshu, who started the organization, during that time much less, but now 166 or 65 or 66 centers, 166 or 6 or something around there, 68 or 6 something centers increased so much. And so they started the organization FPMT, the Lama Yeshe. So when he passed away, when he passed to the aspect of the passed away, so I'm not going to talk much digital story, but that take much time, so we want to finish subject. So when the holy body is brought up from Bajapani in America, 3 days captain brought from hospital, cancer hospital, from Los Angeles to by the car to Bajapani, and then he's on a song, but he was the Lama's guru, and we did there was with other geshes. We did the Hiruka as it was the Lama's deity, Hiruka self-initiation, then Vajrayogini self-initiation. Maybe those two. So then his owners did Jangwa, yes, so we did Jangwa on the holy body. And so then on the hill, his owners helped to build the, I don't know, what do you call it? Tomb? No, this, where the holy body bring inside and burn. You see? With oil and then with the puja, 5 puja goes with that, visualizing it as a deity, then so of other substances. So when that happened, when the smoke came out, smoke white, that's a good one, auspicious. So when the smoke came out, his Holiness Rinpoche looked at the smoke, and then he was very pleased. Oh, this is Lamna Simbachi Resha. He said, this is Lamna Simbachi Resha. That means Lama Yeshe, who actualized Tangtri Path. She of course she knows, but from the smoke, how the smoke goes, she realized from the, Lama Yeshe actualized the Tangtri Path. So that's, and of course, normal story, even for us ordinary beings, we know that only some people, you see, maybe there's some students, maybe only very few people that has realization of clear light in the illusory body, both things. Besides that, Bodhicitta renounces, and without question of that, from Tibet during the debate, he's act like Buddha and all that. But this, so even that for us ordinary people view like that, you see, explains the relationship of where he comes to realization like that. So that time his owner said, oh, he was very pleased by looking small. He said, oh, it's the actual part. You know? So anyway, so Lama said, Chibi Tujena, without Lama's, without unable to capture it, unable to capture it, or the unable to achieve the Tangri path. And if you die, Lama's Chibi Tujena, then the Tanja Lame Poani, General Tanja, Lame Poani, Dong the Javet. Gender Tanka. Then gender is a gender is with force. Gender is kind of quick. Gender for force. With force. No, quick. Gender. Sangya means enlightened. And with the force, quickly enlightened. The gender Sangya. And what is that? Lama Pawani, that's the Guru's power, that Guru's method transferring consciousness in the Pure Land. Lama Pawani, Dongayangda Java Dangage. Then Lama's advice, the instruction, the transferring consciousness in the Pure Land. And that is, what is that? That's Dongayangda Java Dangage. Then with the teaching of the five power, the applying the five power. Then with this advice, please bless me to go to Pure Land to Buddha. Oh, this, see, there is no drawing. So in Pure Land, whichever Pure Land you are wishing, then you pray that. Whom you are praying is your Guru. Whom you are praying is to your Guru. So it is mentioned near the death time. Remembering Guru is without meditation achieving enlightenment. It means very quick. Once you're born in Pure Land, there's some Pure Land like Vajrayogini, like Hiruka, Vajrayogini. If you're born there you become enlightened. But not the Amitabha Pure Land. You're free from Lord realm forever, but not you don't achieve enlightenment there. But those Bodhisattvas, they pray to be born in our world, southern continent, where there's Tangpa tradition. There's no Tangpa tradition up there, but here there's Tangpa tradition. So this, we're so lucky, unbelievable fortunate that here you can become enlightened in one lifetime. In the brief lifetime or death time, you can become enlightened here. Because here there's Tangpa tradition on the basis of minor Sutta teaching, there's Tangpa teaching. Oh, so those Bodhisattvas, they pray to be born here to achieve enlightenment, all of that. So we are unbelievable. We have to recognize we are unbelievable fortunate. So remember Guru nature and that's the best one. To be born in Pure Land. All of this. So whichever Pure Land you are thinking, so I don't remember, there's a verse saying that nature time remember Guru, then it was like a time with the force, where to achieve enlightenment, like that mentioned. So anyway, so the first it's a Pempitop, so power planning, power motivation. Okay. Then that the motivation is that you see you very strongly praying that to not separate from bodhicitta from here until enlightenment is achieved, to never separate from bodhicitta, and especially the intermediate stage and even also death time, to never separate from bodhicitta is motivated. It's a strong motivation, strong planning. So that okay. So the payment is done. So the white power of white stage, now that you see, then particular that you are so attached, the wealth, so you are so attached, because so attached and we are wealthy, there's some wealth that you are so attached, that makes you, when you die, so difficult to cannot happen death very easily, very freely, very easily, doesn't happen, so get caught. But of course, you can't live it without dying. So since you're born under the control of karma, since you're born, you see, then since you didn't get to actualize path, ultimate wisdom, directly perceiving emptiness, nothing, then you see, then you have to, you have to die, and you have to die. However, then you see, so it makes it very difficult to die. So difficult, so much fear and so much fear and separating from this object attachment, world and world and people, family, and all that. So that's you see, makes it difficult to die. So then, so what you do is, so this you make charity for the sentient beings. You collect merit. You see, by making charity, you collect so much merit. As I mentioned before. That's one thing. The other one is to make offering to. So if you are Buddhist, of course, then you make offering to Buddha Dharma Sangha, Guru Buddha Dharma Sangha, all that. Unbelievable. Oh, that is done with the bodhicitta. Wow, then more than skies of merit. Good luck. More than skies of merit, you collect. Unbelievable. I don't have to say results. All like that, you see. Then you see, without any, then without any attachment, without that way your mind clings to that and makes so difficult, so much fear, death has so much fear and so much that. So much that has so much fear, they are separate. So it makes so difficult, so painful. So then you don't have that. So you make charity and make offering to Lord, you see. So you have no problem. Then, so nothing is there to be attached to. You see, like that. You see. So in this way, you see, after you died, your family or somebody, you see, make puja or make oti. For you, they can do it, of course it can help. But if yourself can do, if yourself can make charity or yourself can make offering by yourself, that's more beneficial, more effective. You have to understand that. The Jeje Pavanka, great Hiruka, the yogi, Pavanka, that Jimbo mentioned this. So more effective, so if you by yourself. So therefore, now here, of course, even non-Buddhist, you see, even non-Buddhist. So, for example, Bill Gates. Even Bill Gates, you see, he had I don't know how many $1 billion. I mean, he had many $1 billion. But you see, the very wise. To his son, he gave only a certain number, but the rest of money, he made charity to people with AIDS. So in India, the whole, to help them to AIDS, to take medicine. You see, his son gave, but divided, gave, but not more. More, he made charity to the world. That's very good. Then also our benefactor, FPMT benefactor in Taiwan, she was very rich before, and then also she divided her money to her daughters and how much to offer material project, and we haven't built yet. And so all like that she also did it. By looking at that, what the builder did, and she also did it. Very good. So you have no worry when you die. No, see, those are money, those are wealth. Like that, you see. So then you see, that I'm giving idea. So they like that, you see. Those are wise people. So what was your family? You have to die. You so much worry, fear, all the money, all the then so much attachment, order, so difficult to die. Then what the family can do? Nothing. How many family come there? Nothing. It makes even more attachment to that, makes more fear to separate from them. It doesn't help anything. But in the West, they say, the person is dying. Must go to hell, must go to see. Even you don't go to see the person normally. You don't like it. But when the person dies, go to see. But not necessarily to help the person. Not necessarily the person will be happy. Not necessarily has to get that attachment. So anyway, so they say even non-Buddhists say many sick people need a house, need medicine, so many poor people, no food, no house, no clothes, there's so much in the world we can help, You see, the same as they also want the happiness, don't want someone like as you, so like that, you see. Then also there's children, there's organization, children also there in the world, and children do not have parents, or to go to school, or whatever. To need money for the so much, for the living, for the education, so much to help them. You see, even on Buddhist, there's so much what you can do with your money, with your wealth. You can sell, you can make a charity, in a house or whatever. You can have so much, make so much worthwhile your wealth. Your wealth, you with so many years, and you work very hard, you do job, you work very hard, then so they say makes so worthwhile. So many people are happiness and free from problems, kind of that. You see, even non-believer, even non-Buddhist, there's so much what you can do. Then you see, then there's animals, to help the animals, the treating animals and giving food for animals. And there's Malaysia, there's 1,000 dogs, and one lady is keeping 1,000 dogs. I try to help the Catholic, I forgot now I try to help, but the center in Malaysia, there's 3 centers, and instead of me spending money, they wanted to do what I forgot. Huh? Oh yeah. Half year I will take care. 6 months the drugs. So she's doing by herself so to help them. Then that's just one example of the all kinds of animals. You know, why you can spend money, but like that is benefit others. So I tell one story. And America, where is what was the name? What's the name? What is the house? I forgot. America. After so there's a beach. Beach. One time we went to the beach, and there was a table, long table at the beach. So we were sitting having lunch. And then there was one lady came and dropped by car, and she was very happy. She stopped a little bit and she left, but then she didn't go away. She didn't a little bit dropped and she came back, and she was so happy that we were eating lunch on the table that her husband died, and she built a table at the beach. So we were eating lunch on that. So she was very happy to see that. So even that is so good. Even that small thing is for benefit for the people's happiness. You know, even that is very good. So like that. So there's so many things what you can do. But then I said, okay, that much in then you see, as a Buddhist, wow, then no question. Then you can, I mean offering to, His Holiness, and then the monasteries, the monasteries for the education, expense for the education, for the food. I have been trying to 3,000 monks and Sera monastery too. So for how long? How many years? 20? More than 20 years. Yes, 3,000 monks give. We started the lunch, then we offer dinner, breakfast for a long time. Because before that, the monks came from Tibet to learn Dharma. And then, you see, so food is not enough. So the teacher's food you have to share with the 3-4 other student monks. You see, then nobody get enough food. So then many monks left for Tibet. Oh, so you see that happened before I give food, share food. So the many monks, they said they helped very much the offering food for them. So so that's that's one project, but the many other projects. Getting the so it's the Buddhist, but then making there's they build a holy object, the Buddha and Dharma, the scriptures and the stupas, the many other Dharma, many other holy, holy objects collect made. The monastery, for example, a temple. How many atoms it has? That many lifetime. Eons or that many lifetimes for get karma to be born as universal king, but also dedicated for enlightenment. But for eons, so much. You see, the Buddhist and then there's so much what you can do. Like that okay, that's all. Then It's okay. I want to tell this. You see, there's a story here. You see, even you didn't dedicate to Junga temple, you can leave will for everything, to give away. Otherwise, the families, even you have money, the family, they fight. Oh, they fight after you die, they fight. They create much negative karma. Some of them unhappiness in them, like that, you see. That you know that. All of that. So, and then you see how they're going to use your money, how they're going to use your wealth. What? With attachment? What? They're going to make it beneficial for sentient beings, or they're going to use with the attachment just for their lives. They just spend, the attachment just spent, this is nothing beneficial. Like that. What see? So like that is then has all kind of become empty, meaningless. So in the past, you see, they here. One Gelong Bhikshu, he attached to the bowl, in the begging bowl. He was attached when he was dying. So he attached the begging bowl, and he was born a snake. And then Buddha put him in the forest. But then the snake got angry. Then the snake got angry, and then you see, from angry fire due to his karma, angry fire came out. And then, you see, burned the snake itself, but also the forest. So, then the snake died and born in hell. So, what happened was, you see, the bhikshu, the bhikshu was, body was burned for fire, but also the snake's body is burned fire. He was born snake, or the body is burned fire. Then he was born in the hell, hot hell, burned for the body, hot hell. So at the same time, the bhikshu's body, the monk's body, the snake body, in the hell he was born, and the body burned fire. 3 times it happened like that at the same time. Didn't happen, but due to karma. Then somebody tried to attach to the gold that they buried in the ground. Then that person was born a snake. And then the gold where the snake was attached, even before his life, attached to, the gold was offered to Buddha. That's karma. Then even you are attached to your own body, what happens if you are attached to your body when you die? Then you get reborn as a snake or as a worm inside the body. You get born as a worm inside the body. What happened was in the past, near the ocean, there was one girl, corpse. One girl corpse. Corpse. One girl's corpse. There's a worm, look like a snake. A worm goes around in the girl's through the mouth and the ear and nose, all the holes, going round. They look like a snake. The corpse, that girl's corpse. That is because the girl was so attached to her body, always looking in the mirror all the time. And then she died, and she said she she died and she was born as this long worm, look like a snake, going around. That's what happened. So the time of death, even normally, but at the time of death, in the collective marriage, and make prayer, make strong prayer to generate bodhicitta, to increase bodhicitta. Then mainly to not be attached to your body. It was so important. One monk in Tibet, one monk was so attached to money, so attached. And then he died. He was born as a frog. He buried the money not in the house, outside. He always go. Sometimes he goes to on the outside in the ground where they bury the money. So go there. Then after the monk died, the monk's disciple wanted to make offering the monastery for his teacher, but could not find money in the house. So then he went outside, and where the teacher used to go, the ground is a little bit big. So I think he buried the money inside there. So he dig up he was born as a frog. He was born as his teacher was born as a frog, and grabbing the money, inside there's money, So the frog was holding the money like this. And then you see what happened was he asked his teacher's guru. His teacher's guru is a great Lama. So his teacher's guru asked, this is what happened. Then his teacher's guru advised to the young monk, the disciple, take this frog backside the Podala. Podala is the Fifth Dalai Lama's time built. Podala, in Tibet, Lhasa, his own Dalai Lama's palace. So backside of that, there's a butcher. You offer this frog to the butcher. So he carried this frog backside of the butcher. Backside of Podala. Gave the butcher. There was a butcher. So butcher put it on where he cut the meat. So he put that, cut half he ate, half he threw in the sky. So then he told his teacher's guru, this is what happened. Then the guru said, it's very good now, it's very good. And that butcher is a deity, Reti Amentara, the deity, with the enlightened deity, Yidam, deity, Reti Amentara, Shinji Shemabu. So deity appeared, ordinary aspect like butcher, the normality like that appeared. Means he transferred, half through his sky, means he transferred the frog's consciousness in the Pure Land. So that's, so Father, the teacher said, now it's very good. Like that. Then another example, was that one monk. The monk, at the time of death, he was so attached. You see, in Tibet, the monks don't have the material, you see, something to be attached to. Main thing is the tea, Tibetan tea. That's a very famous, very common Tibetan tea with a lot of butter, And the butter on the tea is called sha. It's called sha. You can remember sha. So that's very famous. That's very famous in the monastery. The monks they don't have anything material to clean, but tea is butter tea. See, shark. So a lot of butter on top of the shark. So called shark. So he was he was dying, but he was attached, very much attached to that. So that he knew the meditation, how to pour transparent consciousness is Pure Land. Because the Tushita Pure Land, the Mitriya Buddha's Pure Land, not Tushita Dhammasala. This Pure Land, you see, that is real. I mean, the Tushita, ordinary Pure Land, ordinary Devas land, Tushita, but there's a special, like monastery, say from the city, they're high up. So the high up, there's a Tushita Pure Land, Mitriya Buddha's Pure Land. Oh, Lama Tsonga was there. So he knew the meditation, how to transfer the consciousness to Pure Land, but he doesn't work because his mind is attached to the shark. Oh, so what happened? Then his disciple told to the Lama. His Lama is where Kundang Zambiyang. Kundang is great high Lama in Amdo. So then the Lama mentioned, he sent a message. Oh, there's a much better shark in the Pure Land. Shark, you see, the Tibetan tea, the butter, there's a much better shark in the Pure Land. So Lama sent a message. So then, as soon as he heard that, then he immediately transferred his consciousness in the Pure Land. So therefore, like that can happen to us. You see, when we die. So you see, people who are so attached to a wife or to a husband, when you die, so much attached, or children, or something. Then you have to tell the person who is suffering so much. You have to. You see, my idea is that it's very important to mention correct name of the Pure Land, like Tishita or the Bajragan Pure Tabakatu, Bajragan Pure Tabakatu, the Pure Land name. See, that's very important because the mind to hold on to, correct one. So that's very important to mention name, correct name. Oh, that's much better. That's much better girls. You can say that. You see, in that Pure Land, that's much like this example that our Lama mentioned. The old monk who was driving difficult to drive because he was attached to a shark. So much. You see. That's in this Pure Land you mentioned name. Oh, so beautiful, wonderful, amazing. 100 times and then 100 times what you have here. 100 times more, 1,000 billion, much more than they see beautiful girls or the husband or you can say that or place in the house, or you can say the men whom they attach to, you can say like that. So it helps the mind to leave this world and to no problem, and then to renounce, and then to go there Pure Land. Oh, that helps very much. So like this example. Then you see you can use a method like this. But I think Pure Land, you don't just have or something. You mention correct name. Even the person has no idea, but doesn't matter. It's the person correct name to hold on to. That's very important. So, okay. The next one, I'm thinking maybe check them. So to finish, maybe check the time. So I meant to this and stop. So that's very important to even to help yourself, to even to help others. That's very important technique. They're too easy to die so easily. You see, to not be attached here, to able to renounce here, to go to Pure Land. So then the other one, number 3 talks as power of the power of the shortcomings the shortcomings of the self-chasing thoughts. Then you see whatever, I mean the death, including death and whatever problem is come from the ego, self-chasing thought. Then you see, then you give it back to the self-chasing thought, don't destroy the self. So you can, so as I mentioned, Tonglen, as I mentioned, this Tonglen is the best. So however, this practice here is then you see those who have received a great initiation, high Tantra initiation, and then you see to make the samaya pure by taking self-initiation, or if there's a chance to take the initiation again. Then you see when you take the self-initiation, then there's a taking Buddha Sabha, Tantra Bhava, so they're there, so making the samaya pure. And then you see that's the best thing. So if you're taking the highest Tantra initiation, like for example, there's one government, Gunga Liusha, with a high government from Tibet, and he was dying, and his illness went. He served for a long time, so his illness went to his room and did self-initiation together, and he passed away. So very fortunate person. So like that. Then that, and then whatever confession, whatever you can, like Vajrasattva or Tattva Buddha or there are others. Vajrasattva or 35 Buddha, whatever you can, other compassion and the Shalkum, then all as much as possible to do that. Then you see thought offering, those are very important. And then even those who have not, if to receive initiation, things like that, you have to retreat before. After you receive Tantra initiation, great. Another Tantra initiation, you have to retreat. And then you can receive initiation. Without retreat, you can't. That's general, but we have a high Tantra college, lower Tantra college. After you become Geshe from Sarakat and Debun, so lower Tantra college might be same with upper Tantra college, might be same. So there you have an exception. You don't need to receive initiation. You can receive initiation without having done the retreat and like that. Even you haven't received great initiation to the initiation like that, but what you can do is you see thought offering to do many thought offerings and very strong purification you do. Thought offerings as samaya about that degenerated and the negative karma, you see, we purify, then in the negative karma, the created with guru, sangha, or anything, so purify all the negative karma, samaya purify and revive, and so it's very, very important, very powerful thought offering. And that's where even you haven't received great initiation. So that is one thing. The other one is, you see, Tattva Buddha procession. Tattva Buddha, even you can't prostrate, but you could do like this, and you visualize your own procession. All the numberless Buddha, you fill the whole ground and through the Tattva Buddha, the Guru Puja may fill the Tattva Buddha. So you recite and then receive nectar beams purified to all the numberless your body, you can do that, you can visualize it, numberless body during prostration. It's the same benefit, you get the same benefit that in the body you have and the prostration same. So the Lama Tsongkhapa mentioned, and then the Vajrasattva practice is so important and with the remedy for powers, Vajrasattva. So like that. Then what is then you could read Dhamma Vajrakata Sutra, or there's you see Golden Light Sutra, then you never get upon Lord illness. Then you can start to Omani Pemo, you can start Namjal Maimantra, that many practice, very unbelievable powerful. So you purify all the negative karmas and many powerful things to do. There are many things. During offering service to Guru, that's the highest, most powerful way to collect merit and purify the negative, heavy negative karmas out there. That's the most powerful, the offering service to Guru, the fulfilling Guru's wishes and Guru's advice and all that. Then offering service with Sangha, that was very powerful. Then with the compassion, doing hard work for sentient beings. For example, there's a Dharma centers and now doing hard works for the benefit sentient beings. That many others with the compassion, doing hard work for sentient beings. So purify so much negative karma and collect so much merit. There's many other things over there. So normally, you see, like that. Then you see even even non-believer, even non-Buddhist, you can do these things, public service, and help others, with purifies so many things come with compassion, with the mind with compassion, not with the ego, not with the self-seeking, but with compassion, think of others. There's so many things what you can do, or that to help others, animals or people, or like that. So many things what you can. Generally in your life, it's very important, especially at the death time. Because it says, Tejapanga says, if you don't do purification, collecting merit, if you don't do it, then what happens? You see, even you know the meditation to transfer consciousness to Pure Land, even you know, you see, it doesn't work. You see, like the monk who is attached to the Tibetan butter tree, you see. Even he knows the meditation, but it doesn't work. Attachment, the control, doesn't let him to go. So like that, you see. Even you know the meditation well, but it doesn't work. You see, you understand? Point. Then the power of prayer. Here, the power of prayer is, you see, not to be born in Pure Land. Not. Here, the power of the prayer is all the sentient negative karma development, including death. All the sentient death wrapping on you. You see, you visualize, you have taken, then destroy taken on the ego, the self-changing thought, and destroy that. Then generate bodhicitta. So that. See? So how does you get born in Pure Land, but you don't think Pure Land, and you only think receiving sentence and suffering, death. You see everything. You are experiencing death for all sentient beings, for the benefit of all sentient beings, like that. So So that happened. Kadampa Geshe Langri. You see, when he was dying, he was about to die. So this is what he has been. He asked his disciple to make offerings at the altar, and he said, I made a prayer for the sentient beings. I made myself to be born in hell. I made a prayer always, to born in the hell for sentient beings. You see, instead of sentient beings. But you see now, then it's not happening. That's happen. Even praying all the time that, but then when he died, you see, Pure Land happened. Around him, Pure Land, appearance of Pure Land happened. He said he didn't succeed. He was born in hell. Even that's what he's been praying all the time. So they see. Then Geshe Buddha also did like that. To born in hell for sentiments. Then in the past, you see, one mother and a daughter. When they are drowned by water, drowned in the water, both generate good heart. Samsangbo, both generate good heart, good heart to benefit others. So instead of drowned down in the water, they get born in the Tushita Pure Land because of a good heart, generated for sentient. Even though so they're in the situation, but generate good heart for all sentient. So due to their power, they didn't get drowned. They get born in Tushita Pure Land. And then also one messenger traveling by boat, the animal skin boat in Tibet. So it was a danger because heavy sink in the water. So then this messenger generated a good heart for the sentient being, generated a good heart, and he with the boat sink heavy. So he jumped from the boat. Out of the boat, he jumped in the river. Then what happened was he didn't die, he didn't drown, he did not drown. Then what happened was a beautiful different color of clouds came from that. Beautiful different color, beautiful different like rainbow, beautiful different colored clouds came from his body like that. You see. So Mr. to be born at Pure Land, a sign for that. Then even there's no realization bodhicitta, but at least creative bodhicitta you generate with effort. Then definitely, without doubt, you get born in the very good in the Pure Land or very good places. So the Jajapama said, we use the hik and pe. And when you do power, you have to do the word hik and pe. You see, to consciousness transfer. But people regard it very, very, very precious and to do the power consciousness to go through. They think very precious, but even without any meditation, please listen to this. Even without any meditation, but if you do hik, even without any meditation, hik many times, then Jajapanga says, on your crown, you will get sign. Past blood come out here, or bumps in the ear, the bumps come here, or gusha grass, you put it here, it goes inside, or this thing happens. If you do hik many times without visualization. It will happen like this. There's due to wind, it happens this sign. So even without visualization, so to have a sign like this, that's nothing to is nothing to surprise. So best power is this one. So best power is this one. This is the 5 powers near the time. But this is best power with the Jita. Then if you do other practice, even you do other power, transfer conscious pure land, if you practice other, but still there is doubt. Not sure whether you not get reborn or not, whether you stop Lord rebirth or not, still there is doubt, it says. But a transparent consciousness with the 5 power, then for sure you'd never get reborn Lord. So there now only 2 left, and then finish. One left. Only 1 left to complete up. The power of habituation, that all you mentioned in bodhicitta, then you transfer your consciousness to Pure Land. All you mentioned in bodhicitta. Then so there's nothing more profound than you see power. There's a transfer consciousness, nothing more profound than mentioned bodhicitta. So, for example, you try to die by tonglen practice, as I explained the other day. So, all your doing bodhicitta practice, the tonglen, taking other person, suffering, giving you happiness, all you're doing that, and then you see, or they are sitting or they are sleeping, you see, like Buddha passing away through the state, and then pass away with the Buddhist meditation. All the at the end you do tonglen. At the end you do mental emptiness. You do the mental emptiness only. Mind about in that, then pass away. Then you see the conduct is now the conduct is like Buddha passing away. See, so Buddha passing away the north side. You are facing north side. And then you lay down like this. This rib, here, not at this side rib. Then the hand down below here, then 2 legs stretch and this hand stretch. So then this, if possible, this is close the door, close this side kazure. Nostril. This side nostril. This side nostril is a window of attachment to a person. That stops the window of attachment. So anyway, for this position, the Buddha passing nostril is that there's a singing line, slow line position. So this helps. You see, normally if you sleep this way, it helps you to not get nightmares. Many people's nightmare. So to not get nightmare, it helps escape. You understand? Then also when you die, it's very easy to remember Buddha at that time. So we say Buddha's position person. So that you see. But we see somebody dying, we block with the cotton this nostril to not run the attachment, the window of the attachment through that. So like that is to have good report. So anyway, that contact then that helps to go to Pure Land, makes it huge. So easy to like that, okay? So, then can you so that So the best the Dharma practitioners, the best death is you see, like so many years you didn't meet your parents, and then now you are meeting your parents. Mind is so happy, like going after hard work, going for a long time to go for picnic or something. Your mind is so happy. Oh, you go to going to Pure Land or something where you wish it, so happy. So it's not only no fear, but so happy. All like that, you see, when you die. The best definition of death or Dharma practitioner. The middle one is Karsara. No, you see, even not that much happy to go Pure Land or something, not even, but you see. But you know, there's no fear at all. The born has a purpose image birth or something, you see, but no fear at all. Because happy mind is no fear. Also that you see, when you die. And then next one, I don't need to be afraid, because I can rely on Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, who has all perfect quality to guide me. So I can rely on Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. I have no worry about to be on raw realm. So that is it. No fear of death. That's the lowest way of dying the Dharma practitioner. No fear, like this. So okay, as go. Okay, the subject finished. Okay, all right. Thank you, Rinpoche, Atera kundo jawa tonga vete joshinyo moto tebe jebe ngapa natani keje tayanda wa majo je mejo nanda tame nanda la jenge de jebe ngindo je de dunju gering rozo jawe tanda jawaro Pandela me namba tavala ke jita wata ni jindele wattu me lame chela sana juwa sho tenne kana then to be able to cherish every single sentence being, to be able to more than like sky filled with which can do or the more than that, cherish every word. Tane sanje tamjala ichi no la labe tunjo dribe sam tapdo jebar jembo then diro the three times collect by sentence made by Buddha or then kakure many sentence who touch me who the means yourself touch me who remember who see me who touch me who remember me who thinks of me who hears my name who talks your name then who talks about yourself who see your photo, who dreams of you, then all that, may they suffering, all the suffering be pacified immediately by that time. May they issue all the happiness, including enlightenment. Dani, Dange, Tongam, Tonton, Jetu, Tenya, Rosekam, Tanto, Java, Tanjija, Teyamola, Donga, Gujina, Namagunda, Datan, Yuruchi. Then did all the three dimensions. So I was Buddhas did all these merits which do not exist from its own side, which is my name, but do not exist from its side. But I who do exist my name do not exist from its own side. And in the Catholic, it is the Buddhahood which exists my name do not exist from its side. And then later all the sentence being, who exists my name do not exist from its own side. To that Buddhahood which exists my name do not exist from its side. And then the Господи, by myself alone, who is mere name, do not exist from the side. Okay. Zaman Bhavi Chita Jimbato Kunta Sambhoti Yante Junta Tata Kunji Chitundalu Gavati Tatan Chera Tungo, Tata Chera Java, Tante Jungo Wakala Chudangwa, Hagera Tavati Kinya Sambho Chera Tungo, Chi Javo, Tonga Vetuda Namba Pebata Kijeta Machivata, Tunjamala Tamacha Tata Singh, Totana Devetun, Javala Tantaway, Tambayur, Banjuro, Sipa Sipa. Thank you.
Давайте прочитаем краткое отношение мантры на странице 60 и молитву о долгой жизни Лама Rinpoche на странице 60.